It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Staropolskie Brewery in Poland. And I'm really excited to get into this. I've just had a little look at Untapped. Not too much, but just to get an idea of what this is, because everything's in Polish. It's a Marzen Bier, kind of like Polish German Marzen style beer, 5.7% ABV. But I went to my local Polish shop recently and I picked this up because I just thought, what a fantastic bottle. What a lovely looking bottle of beer. Lovely swing top cap. The brewery dates back from 1892. Mikolaj Naglowicz, 1505 to 1569. So we lived for 64 years. Brown bottle. Let's get it out into a glass and see what we get. Yeah, I bought about 3 different bottles of this brewery's beers, a yellow one and a green labelled one too. Wow. Right. Beer in the glass then. Whoa, look at that. Look at this for a beer. Wow, yeah, lovely. So this beer has a 3-finger, slightly off-white head, great levels of carbonation in the beer, and it's a lightish colour amber beer with a slight bit of haze in there. No sediment in the bottom of the glass. I'm going to raise a glass, a little bit emotional today. A couple of months ago, I raised a glass to our old 20-year-old cat, who we sadly had to put to sleep. Well, just yesterday, our 6-year-old cat noticed he had a little bit of a breathing thing going on. Took him down to the vets, 20 past 2 appointment. No, they couldn't save him. Something was growing on his left lung, and that was it. I had to kind of like telling him all the way down, talking to him in the car, because he was a bit frightened in the cat box. Yeah, telling him all the way down, everything's going to be all right. My daughter's coming in from school thinking she's going to see him again. My wife's coming in from work, thinking, of course I text my wife, told her what had happened. But yeah, we had to put him to sleep yesterday, and real shock, real shock. He was only 6. So this is to Bear, our little white cat. Sorry, Bear. Yeah, so the family's a little bit kind of like just seen them all after work and school. So it's a bit fragile here at the moment. So I'm raising this glass to my lovely cat, Bear. Aroma on this beer then. Little kind of bready, slightly kind of biscuity and bready. A little bit of sweetness there. You can tell it has a massive influence, being a Polish brewery. It has a massive German influence, this beer. It's definitely kind of Marzen, kind of like strong bock style beer. Little hoppy. Let's get in. Cheers, everybody. Ooh, that's an interesting one. a really interesting one because it's got this fine line between there's biscuity and breadiness coming through, there's sweetness coming through, but there's also a bit of what I would describe as a sweet toffee flavour. And that sweet toffee flavour is quite close to being a butterscotch flavour. It's not a butterscotch flavour. It's definitely more sweet toffee hammer, toffee flavoured beer rather than butterscotch. And I mean that to kind of explain this very simply is, if you taste butterscotch in your beer, generally it's diacetyl and it's an infection. So I just want to get clear that it's definitely more of a toffee hammer, sweet toffee flavour and not butterscotch. Carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth, releases more of the flavour. Oh, it's close. It's toffee. It makes you think. It makes you go, ooh, but no, it's definitely like a sweet toffee hammer toffee. Lovely bready, biscuity, nutty flavours coming through. A little bit of a bitterness on the back end, a little bit of a hoppy kind of stinging nettle finish on the back end. Classic kind of German Marzen then. So what is a Marzen? Marzen means to store. So let me get this right. They brew the beer in March. They store it throughout the summer to age, and then they release it October-ish time for Oktoberfest. So it was a way of Marzen was March brewed, stored throughout the summer months, and then bang, they released it in the autumn. That's a typical German style of beer, Marzen. I like it. The brewery's been going since 1892. Lots of stuff in the world seemed to have happened around that time. This whole row of terraces was built around that time. There was a big industrial revolution across the whole of Europe and the world back then. So lots of industry, lots of coal mining and steel making and big booms. And of course with that, people needed to drink beer. So the breweries grew around those times because of coal and steel and manufacturing. It's a lovely beer. I'm glad I picked it up. It cost me around £2.50 for the bottle in my local Polish shop in Cardiff there. 5.7% ABV, 500ml. It's just a lovely bottle. It's just a really lovely kind of bottle. I like the label. I like the shape of the bottle. I like the bottle, the way you got that kind of classic swing top cap. Yeah, it's a good all-round beer. I like it enough to give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.